Hi developers, in this video we will learn about setTimeout and setInterval in JavaScript. So coming to setTimeout, it executes a function once after a specified delay, and its syntax is setTimeout function comma delay, and it returns a timeout ID. So later which can be used to cancel the timeout using clear timeout function. And coming to setInterval, it executes a function repeatedly at specified intervals, and its syntax is setInterval function comma interval. Similarly, it returns a interval ID which can be used to cancel the interval using clear interval function. So let's take an example of setTimeout first. setTimeout. So it's, if we see the syntax, first one is function. Let's make a callback function. Here we do console log. This message appears after 3 seconds, or let's say 2 seconds. Okay, so here we will write 2000. So delay we need to mention as a second parameter, and this delay is in milliseconds. So what will happen is we will get the message after 2 seconds. 1, 2. Okay, so this message appears after 2 seconds. So this function will take 2 seconds to appear in the terminal or in the console. Okay, so setTimeout is used to execute a function after a specified delay. So the first parameter is the callback function here. This one is the callback function. Okay, so the first parameter is the callback function. In this case, it is an arrow function that contains the code to be executed after the delay. So, and the second parameter is the delay, that is 2000, which is 2 seconds delay. Okay, so after 2 seconds, the code inside the callback is executed. This code is executed after 2 seconds. Since the setTimeout runs only once, so message will appear only one time after the delay. So this is the concept of setTimeout. Let's move to setInterval. So setInterval, it executes a function repeatedly at specified intervals. So let count is goes to 0. Const interval ID goes to setInterval. This is the syntax for setInterval. First one is function and second parameter will be interval. So we are making callback function count. We are increasing count plus is goes to 1, and then we are doing console interval count. Count. Okay, so if count is goes to 5, if it reaches to 5, then what will happen? We will clear the interval. So to clear the interval, we will use this clear interval ID. This syntax we will use. Okay, here we will pass interval as 1000. Okay, so this function will return a interval ID that will be stored in this variable interval ID, and later we are using it in the clear interval. So setInterval is used to repeatedly execute a function at specified intervals. Here the first parameter is a callback function. This is a callback function which is containing the code to run on each of the intervals. And the second parameter is interval, that is 1000, that is 1 seconds in 1 milliseconds. This is in 1000 in milliseconds, so it is converted to 1 second. And the clear interval, it stops the interval once count reaches to 5. If count is 5, then it will stop the code to run. Okay, let's see the terminal. So it is interval count is 1. Okay. So let's comment the code above code first. Now check in the terminal. Okay. So in every 1 second, it is providing console interval count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after 5, it is getting stopped because we have used clear interval function here. Okay. So setTimeout is executes a function once after a specified delay, and setInterval, it executes a function repeatedly at specified intervals. So this is the concept of setTimeout and setInterval in JavaScript. And guys, I will be sharing a link to my GitHub repository in the video description, so you can feel free to check it out and grab the code from there.